Asante sana mpenzi mtazamaji kwa kutenga muda wako na kuungana nami katika makala haya ya Youth Root. Kumbuka ni makala ambayo yanaangazia sana masuala na vijana, na tunachanganua masuala mengi yanayohusiana na vijana mpenzi mtazamaji. Ikiwa hii leo ni tarehe 28 mwezi wa 5 mwaka 2021, natumai pale nje ambapo uko salama sana. Natumai kwamba Maulana anaendelea kuwa na wewe na anaendelea kusaidia katika shughuli nyingi sana, ama katika masuala mengi sana ambayo unajihusisha mpenzi mtazamaji. Kumbuka siku zote maudhui ya kipindi hiki ni kukusaidia wewe kijana ambaye uko pale nje, unapitia changamoto 1, 2, 3, ama unaona maisha yanakuwa magumu pale. Nikwambia hapa ndipo ambapo ukishafika utaweza kujuzwa masuala mengi sana. Kumbuka Facebook unatupata mbashara pale Youth Root, vile vile YouTube ni Quinto, pale ambapo utakuwa unapata makala haya yote ya Youth Root. Sasa tunapoingilia hii leo mpenzi mtazamaji, ni kwamba ninao wageni hii leo. Ninao wageni studioni ambao ni wajuzi wa masuala kuhusiana na vijana, na tutakuwa tunazungumzia mada ambayo ni vijana na mahusiano kati ya vijana. Na tunapozungumzia mahusiano kati ya vijana, pia tutakuwa tunaangazia ni jinsi gani ambavyo vijana yafaa kuhusiana na watu katika jamii. Na juu ya hilo nitakuwa ninawapisha wageni studioni waweze kujitambulisha. Nianze naye mwanadada katika nyumba, manake wanasema ladies first, kisha tutakuwa tunasonga mbele. Karibu.
Asante sana Quinton. Hi ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Youth Root. My name is Eunice Muthe. I'm a student at NKU. I'm pursuing Bachelor of Mass Media, and I'm so excited to be here. I hope tukiendelea tu kidogo utaweza kufaidika.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Sir Quinton. I'm also a student in Mount Kenya by the name Richard Kaliko, and what I know you will get out of this place, whatever, as you tune in, you will get a lot and you will learn a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Asante sana wageni wangu. Welcome to Youth Root. Here is where we say that we are empowering youth for a better future. So today we are talking about relationships, mahusiano, na tumeona wengi wakijiingiza katika masuala ya mahusiano bila ya kutambua ni nini ama maudhui ama kiuketo maana ya mahusiano. Ndipo sasa hii leo tukaamua tuweze kuleta mada hii ya masuala na mahusiano kati ya vijana. Na tunaposonga kando kidogo, ningeomba sasa nitaanza nayo bwana Richard, niulize hili swali. Tuanze kwanza na mahusiano kati ya vijana na wazazi. Utapata kwamba wazazi wanasema kijana yangu tangu aingie chuo kikuu sasa hanisikizi, kijana yangu wako vipi, mwanangu wako vipi. Ni vipi ambavyo vijana yafaa uhusiano wetu na wazazi yafaa uwe upi?
Wow, thank you, Sir Quinton. The relationship between the parents and their children, I can say this, that we have some essential things that we have to do for that relationship. One, children must respect their parents. That's one of the things that they have to do. A respect must be of high and submit themselves to their parents, for them to be guided, for them to be reformed, and for them to be helped in where they need. Another thing is like they should also support their parents. They should also support their parents by submitting themselves to their parent with what their parent is saying to them, or rather telling them they have to do, or rather they have also to implement the words of their parent. Yes, another thing is about the communication of that family relationship must be fluent, or rather must be something which is continuous communication, because now as a parent you must talk to your children in whichever way. Like this now the youth ask, maybe I'm in campus, so I start to misbehave because I see myself as I've grown up. That's not the way to go. Communication must be there. That is, a parent must sit with his or her daughter or his son and talk to him, or rather her, with and tackle such behaviors. Yes, what it means it is that what we grow to is what we have been told, or what we have been told in that place. That is a family. Now our relationship in families must be essential.
Thank you so much. Now on to you, Eunice. Nini kinachangia uhusiano kati ya wazazi na wanao kuzorota? What leads to that?
Thank you. Normally when we get to campus, or rather most of us when we get to campus, tunaona yenyewe tumefika. We are so young and we get so obsessed with having fun and all that as compared to home. Home normally maybe you're just indoors and all that, but when you come to school you have freedom. So you have freedom, you have friends, and you just hang out, you know, and you don't have time to communicate with your parents, which is very bad because mzazi ni kitu muhimu sana.
No.
Ni kitu muhimu sana, and you'll agree with me on that.
Good.
Normally we get so carried away by the fun and everything, which is okay. It is okay to have fun, it is okay to enjoy yourselves, but don't forget why you are here. Ni bidii ya mzazi wako imekufanya ufike mahali huko. Mzazi wako ndiye anakulisha, anakuvisha, anakuvalisha, I mean, and unakuja tu huku, you see.
So according to you, kile ambacho kinachangia ni kwamba unafika chuo kikuu naona kwamba sasa maisha unaweza kila kitu.
Yeah, according to me, I really think kitu inachangia sana ni kufika campus where there's freedom. That freedom. For my case, I'm an only kid, and to be very honest, I don't have that freedom at home. So when I'm in campus, I feel neza toka senye nataka kufanya hivi, nataka kufanya hivyo, and we are young adults, we are growing, we're still not mature. So I find kitu mzazi ananiambia I make sense, which is I'm so wrong, because mzazi anajua chenye anasema. And normally sisi tunakaa hivi tunaona you don't know what you're saying.
And to you, Mr. Kaleku.
Yes.
Amezungumzia sana uhusiano kati ya wazazi na wana walio chuo kikuu, lakini utapata kwamba hata kama kijana hajafika chuo kikuu bado utapata kwamba uhusiano wake na mzazi unazorota. Labda hasa tuangazie pale ambapo bado hajafika chuo kikuu, utapata kwamba bado unapata kwamba uhusiano wa kijana na mzazi kwamba unazorota. Labda nini ambacho huenda kikawa solution?
Now in that case, I have told you this, that the communication between the parent and their son and their daughter must be a continuous thing, or rather it is so much essential, it is important. So what makes them misbehave is maybe the strictness between now the parents were not in that position to guide, or rather to help their sons or their daughter in what they're supposed to do and what they're supposed to involve themselves with. Like for example, the secondary student, maybe those the one who they are not now in that level of university, so you might even find them misbehaving in their home. So what is making them to misbehave is maybe the guide and the communication on their family's issues and concerns. Are you getting? So maybe sometimes parents also fail to talk to their children, to talk to their people, of which they would grow to misbehave. Why? Because they lack that guidance, they lack that counsel, they lack that advice of their parents. Yes.
Thank you so much. Now tuangazie hili swala kwamba now how can we do it? Solution laweza kuwa lipi ili tuhakikishe kwamba mimi na mzazi wangu hatutawahi kuwa kwamba hatuendi sawa? What can be the best solution?
There is something we call letting your guard down. I really think we as students, or we as children, we should let our guard down to our parents. And umwambie, mom, nilifanya hivi na hivi, I don't know what to do about this. Just create that rapport, create some communication with your parents, because hawa watu wameishi kukuliko, they know. Wanasamanga kuishi kwingi kuona mingi. They know everything. Not, I don't necessarily mean everything, but they have an experience better than you. So just let your guard down and go. So some of that ego. Most of us are so egocentric. Unasema siwezi ongelesha babangu. That man siwezi muongelesha. Just drop that ego. Let your guard down and create some communication with your parents. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now on to you, Kalego. What's the solution?
Now the solution is parents must stick to that restriction of their families. Another thing, we have to respect them with whatever. It doesn't matter about their parents, the background. Maybe the parents is not that stable. So we have to submit ourselves to them. Respect must be of paramount. Yes.
Thank you so much. Makala ni Youth Root, mpenzi mtazamaji, kila siku tukujia mbashara pale Facebook, tupate pale YouTube saa Quinto, ambapo tutakuwa tunakueleza kiutendeti na kiuketo masuala yote yanayohusiana na vijana. Kumbuka hii leo mada ni uhusiano, na tumeshamaliza uhusiano kati ya wazazi na vijana. Wazazi na vijana wao ama na wanao. Mpenzi mtazamaji, ninao wageni studioni, Richard Kaleku na Eunice Muthe, ambao tunazungumza kuhusu uhusiano. Ndiyo mada ya leo. So let's now turn onto the relationship among youths. Hilo ndilo swala ambalo sasa tuangazie, uhusiano kati ya vijana. Na hapa tunaangalia basically the relationship between the different gender. You having a girl and a girl having you. That's now where we want to focus. What is basically the importance of that? Nini yani maana ama faida ya uhusiano kati ya vijana? Tuanze nayo bwana Richard.
Now the relationship between the now it's like a romantic kind of relationship. Yes. So the benefit of it, you have to understand that you will be the parent of tomorrow. So that relationship must be there. You get? So in that relationship, it is not of an approximate age, or rather of a certain age. No, it is supposed to be now. It is important to have that relationship because of the tomorrow. Now, what makes that relationship to be that good, or rather healthy in that way? There is something called that respect, the trust, the support in that relationship. Yes, those three basic and essential things can help that relationship to be healthy. One, that respect. One, each and every one of them, either by maybe a lady or rather a gentleman, must respect each other with whatever. They must also trust one another. Trust must be mutual trust. Another one is they must support themselves, or rather that relationship of theirs, for it to grow to be good, for it to be something that can flourish. They must, both of them must lazima wajichangie wote wawili. It's not only for me or rather for her. No, it is something that we also have. My idea and her idea can help it to grow to maturity, or rather to a healthy thing.
Thank you so much. Ameshajibu hili swali, but allow me again. Amesema there is no approximate age, or there is no age that you want to do. How do you see? Yafaa tuwe na age ambayo somebody can enter into a relationship?
In my opinion, there has to be an age. Not exactly a specific one, but look at this. Relationships have become like the new normal. Everyone wants a relationship, and some indulge in relationships that are either healthy or unhealthy, or in other terms what we call toxic ones. I really think we are young and we are learning and we're still making mistakes. Right now, if I am only 18 years old and I get into a relationship, whichever, maybe it's healthy or unhealthy, I'm still trying to understand my life. I don't know how things are done. So I think to have that perfect relationship, or that good enough, that one that is good enough, it takes time. Because we are too young, we are still maturing up, Quinton. We are still making mistakes. We don't know what is right and what is wrong, we are learning. So to get into a relationship, it has to take time, and it needs focus and a lot of things.
Yeah, and also just to add on that, dear audiences, that do not enter into a relationship because you feel you want a place to relax, you want a place to feel good. No. Let it come. If you know that psychologically you are mature enough to enter into a relationship, because a relationship, according to me, how I know, it requires a lot. Apart from attention, it requires a lot. There are some times when you will have to feel on behalf of somebody else. Unafeel wewe mgonjwa kwa sababu ya mtu mwingine. So actually it needs a lot. So if you know you are not yet psychologically mature, then I don't think What about you, Mr. Kaleku? Let me consult you on this. Tusipita hapo kama sija consult. How do you see on that?
It is good now. Okay, about that, I think you have answered, and she has answered about that, because this called relationship now, it is something that must be informed by those who are matured enough to handle it.
Yeah.
You get? So it's not that exactly, I wasn't saying that exactly must not be of having age, but there is a level that you reach that you're supposed to get in. So this you must be prepared psychologically, and also prepared with everything on your mind and with your heart and every other thing, a dimension of part, for you to cope with that relationship you are entering into.
Also, to add on that, relationship, it's a risk. It's a risk you're taking. Because you are not sure that this is the right person for me. You're not really sure. You're just exploring. And so, this is where we get the cases of depression and heartbreaks. Because you gave it your all, you are there, you invested either economically, mentally, physically, you invested a lot, but still you weren't the one. It's a risk you're taking. Don't go there expecting 100% positive returns. No. Just be prepared for the negativity and the positivity of things.
What should I expect as I enter into a relationship? Should I have expectation first at the first place? Should I have expectations? If yes, what should I expect?
Now, in that the expectation, never make it to be that high, because you may not be able to know. It may cause another thing that is not good, or another tragic thing that is not good for you. So the expectation must be just of a certain minimum. You get, if it is okay, like for example, you have been told that it is a risky. So if now you are risking, it may end up to be to end, or rather it may end up to flourish. So the expectation must not be high.
Exactly.
For you not to think otherwise after some things happen.
After how long should I date you before I marry you?
Quinton, I don't think it's a matter of time. You see, time is not the factor. You can meet someone and in just 2 months you feel more than what a person you would have dated in 2 years would have made you feel. So I don't think it's about time. Yes, time will matter, maybe because, you know, I have to know you and we have to learn each other. But don't really rely on time.
Thank you so much. Sir, should I allow you to answer that too? After how long should you be in a relationship?
Now, yeah, I can also have a point of maybe in my understanding this. You can say in that relationship, it is like more of understanding one another and knowing one another. So it also needs some times. For me, I can minimize it to be like less of 6 months. Yes, and also it can go to 3 years if it is possible, for you to be able to know that person and be able to know everything concern him or concern her. For you to now marry her or marry him.
6 months. Okay, dear audience, keep sending us your messages. After how long should you be in a relationship? Ndo ukuwe sasa you sawa. Nasa tuzamie swala la healthy and unhealthy relationships. So mahusiano yenye afya ama the healthy relationships, what consists healthy relationships?
A healthy relationship consists of that relationship where you feel it's home, you are safe. I mean, I can confide in my partner, I can tell my partner this, I can share this and that, I can invest in this. Well, unhealthy relationships, on the other hand, are quite the opposite, but just in terms of their behavior and character. You see, many people are in unhealthy relationships and they still feel it is home, they still feel it is safe. But in those unhealthy relationships, and that's when I talked about toxicity, because unhealthy relationships, most of them contain violence, you know, disrespect, and some people put up with that because they believe it is home. Well, however, you should really consider, am I really happy in this relationship? Am I really getting the respect I deserve? Am I at home? Yeah.
Sir.
Yes. About the healthy and the unhealthy relationship, I can say that a healthy relationship as we all know, relationship is now to be connected with a person. Now, in that dimension of youth relating themselves, they need to have something like they must respect one another. They must have a trustworthy. For that to be healthy, they must also support one another. Yes, it can make that relationship now bold. If they can build now that relationship to grow to that healthiness. Now, the unhealthy is the opposite of the other one. If now we start to misbehave or rather to disrespect one another, it may end to be a negative thing. If now we if now we start to not trusting one another, we may end to not make that relationship healthy or rather clean in another way. So the disrespect in relationship may end to make it unhealthy relationship. So the relationship, those who are involved must respect one another, they must trust one another, and they must also support one another. And also the communication matters. They must be communicative, conversing from one another. You bring your idea, she bring her idea, you help. Yes.
Don't you think that parents can lead to healthy or unhealthy relationships? Like this way, like I saw my dad, like how dad and mom relates at home. Can it cause at some point?
Yeah. At some point it can cause, because Quinton, that is where you've been brought up. You've seen your dad act this way, you've seen your mom act that way. So that was your environment where you were brought up. So the moment you come to the outside world and you have to practice, you see, this is what you're going to bring out, because ulilelewa huko, that is what you know. You don't know anything else. Yeah, so I think parents have a major role there.
Do they have a major role?
Yes, they have a major role, because you grow to be what you have been fed on.
Exactly.
You get? Now you are in that place, you are with such parents, so you learn from them.
Exactly.
After learning from them, now you get out to this world, you meet other people. Now you behave as you have been seeing your parents, so they may also affect in whichever way.
So let me see kama kuna jumbe hapa ambazo nimetumiwa concerning the same topic. Okay, any ujumbe wote hapa. There is this question I was sent yesterday. There is hamhisi kuwa mtu huenda akawa amevalia ngozi ya kondoo kisha wana now communicating or speaking about after how long are we relating? Don't you think that somebody can just pretend to be good but ifike wakati ambapo sasa mnaingia katika uhusiano na badilika?
Some people affect character. They can fake. So that's why we have now this time of now dating, understanding one another. For you to know that she or he is not now, she's not okay. This is not the final character. This is not the final behavior of that person. Now, because in that dating process, or rather that time that we have been given, the one you told me, that the question that you raised, that must we have a certain period of time for them to get married. Now that time can help you to understand the character of the person fully.
Exactly. And I also think you should really take your time. Like you're not supposed to be under any pressure or hurry. Just take your time, learn the person. That will avoid those types of incidences. Yeah.
Another message here, ushauri kwa vijana au kwa vijana kwamba upendo wa dhati na ngono ni vitu viwili tofauti. Akianza kuitisha ngono, jua hana haja ya kuwa nawe siku za usoni. Haja yake ni ngono tu, anaonja tu. This issue now, should a relationship have sex for it to be a relationship?
Okay.
I start with you.
I don't really think sex is a necessity. Though people say it creates a bond. But I don't really think it's a necessity. Yeah, you should be in a relationship. You're there to know the person, to get to know each other, and then when you're comfortable, then you can engage in intimacy. But it doesn't have to be a necessity for now. I mean, after marriage, you know, it happens. But for now, it doesn't have to be a necessity.
Sir.
Yes. Now, sex, it's not to be something a must for you to make that relationship. I can even say, after having that sex, you might find it may make that relationship to end.
Exactly.
You get? Because maybe you are just to after that. Then after that, then you get out of that relationship. So I can say sex cannot be or should not be included to make that that relationship successful.
Thank you so much. Mpenzi mtazamaji, ni makala ya Youth Root edition ya relationships. Tunazungumzia kuhusiana na masuala ya mahusiano. Asante sana wote ambao mmetuma jumbe zenu, wote ambao mfuatilia pale Facebook na Youth Root, YouTube ni Msa Quinto. So as we are finishing, let me allow you niwapishe mtupe ama muwape vijana hosia wa mwisho, your advice to youth. There are those who are thinking about I can't enter into a relationship, I was broken and this. And another one says that no, I don't mind about being heartbroken. So what is your advice to the youth outside there, Eunice?
So this is life. Things come and go and nothing lasts forever. We have faced cases of heartbreaks and they are not so good, they are not good. And some people out there are so broken they don't even want to get into another relationship. Just be easy. Be easy with yourself. Take your time. There is no pressure. You don't really have to get into another relationship. It's not a necessity. It's not necessary. You just take your time and just know when you're bumping into this relationship, it's a risk you're taking. You're not 100% sure that this is the right person. He will also break your heart, by the way. And we will move. We'll keep trying until we get there. So don't just, don't allow depression and heartbreak to make a choice of what your life will be. You are in control. And be careful. By the way, youths, just be careful. People out here are not as good as they seem to be. Be careful.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you. I can say this to the youth now, those who are in teenage, that okay, it's a life thing. It's a life thing, so you have to think about it in a deeper way. I can say this that before you enter, first of all, think about yourself. May you not be pressured by the group you are with or rather such friends of yours. That because my friend has a person or another lady, her friend has a man, so I have also to have. Not like that. It's not like that. Think about yourself. Now you have to first think about that there is a future for each and every one of you. And you think about what am I supposed to do for me to achieve the goal that I've set for myself. You get? So don't make this to be compulsory to you because your people or rather the people you associate with has already entered in. No, it's not like that. It is thinking about you yourself. You need to understand that you are born alone, and you will also die alone. So we won't be in that congregation, rather in that masses move. No, it is a one person thing, and also you have to make it healthy in such a way that it will not end into to be that heartbroken or rather depressions after this. Your expectations must be not of that high level for it not to cause such depressions and heartbreaks in other manner, but also to bring something that is important to yourself.
Kuna ujumbe hapa ni usome tunapomalizia. Nachangia nikisema kwamba mapenzi ya kweli haionyeshi kupitia ngono kwa Wakristo wasome First Thessalonians 4:3 na read on air Hebrews 12:16 na sina Biblia sawa. Tutasoma Hebrews 12:16 sawa sawa. Kwa hivyo mpenzi mtazamaji, makala ya Youth Root yanahusiana na mahusiano pale, jinsi ambavyo umeweza kueleza, umeweza kujuza. Natumai kwamba umeweza kusaidika mahali pamoja au mahali pengine, au utaweza kumsaidia mtu kuhusiana na swala hili la mahusiano. Natumai kwamba umeweza kusaidika. Kwa hivyo tunapomalizia, siku zote asanteni sana wageni wangu kwa kutenga muda wenu kwa kuwa nami hapa ndani ya makala. Na niwashukuru pia waelekezi Peter Kamau naye Gilbert Ngoiboni. Asanteni sana kwa siku zote nilikuwa nasi hapa ndani ya Youth Root ya kamera ama nyuma ya mtambo. Sawa, kwa hivyo kuna watu wa kusherehekea siku zao za kuzaliwa. Na ni wengi sana. Those who are celebrating their birthdays, I want to say happy birthday to you all. Keep on TML
to all.
Yeah, TML to all who are celebrating their birthday. Hey, yesterday I was celebrating my birthday, by the way. Siku imdo happy birthday. So you'll sing for me happy birthday before we finish the show.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on my voice.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Quinton. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. Hujaniuliza how old. Ngoja how old am I? Sawa. Thank you so much. Asante sana kwa kutenga muda wenu kuwa nami. Mpenzi mtazamaji, makala ya Youth Root, hivyo ndivyo ambapo tumemaliza show ya siku ya leo. Asante sana kwa kuwa ndani. Tutakutana majaliwa Ijumaa ijayo sana wakati kama huu wa leo. Endelea kuwa salama pale nje, keep safe, stay safe. Na masuala yote yatakuwa fresh kabisa. Hakikisha kwamba unazingatia masuala yote ambayo yatakusaidia uwe na kesho iliyo bora kabisa. Siku zote nakwambia, we are not defeated unless we give up on God. Thank you so much for having time with us. Bye bye.